Folks, Kurt Von Onen, your host of the Mañana morning check-in. And how are you today? Today is April 27th. It is a Tuesday, and I'm super stoked because I know that the funnel for the Power Sport Roundtable is working. How do I know that the funnel for the Power Sport Roundtable is working? Because I build all that stuff. I build the websites and the funnels and the sales leads and all that stuff. I build all that stuff. And how do I know it's working? I know it's working because I sent a message out a day early and people panicked. The roundtable is Thursday. So in case you didn't get the updated information on that, it is going to be Thursday, starts at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you are a power sports dealer and you're interested in attending the Power Sport Roundtable, simply just go to powersportroundtable.com and register. It's that easy. The link will get sent out to you on Thursday morning, and we'll see you at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. So got that announcement out of the way, right? I sent a correction out on the emails, but it's an awkward, embarrassing way to find out that your tech is working. But the good news is tech is working, right? I always tell you, find the silver lining that's on that cloud. Next, I'm going to tell you that this is going to be a short one today. I've actually got someone on the way to the house right now to look at a motorcycle that we have for sale here. And so I want to make sure that I greet them when they show up, right? So if somebody pulls up, it may be a quick goodbye today. I want to talk to you about another cloud and silver lining episode. And that is with the Power Sport Roundtable, very unusual for me, but I bought some Facebook ads. I'm not a big Facebook ad kind of guy. Got to be honest with you. I hate spending money. I hate spending money when I know I can build a tool and I know that I can market and do when I know that I can build a network and do it. It's really frustrating for me to pay someone to do that. But I bought the ad. As I said yesterday, I got some really awkward, really bad messages. And it was so weird because when you pick the advertising in Facebook, you pick, okay, so I want, people in power sports and I want general managers and owners. And hey, there goes those kids again. I still like hearing the kids go by. It's awesome that they're back in school. But anyway, you pick the category that you want to advertise to, and then poof, Facebook's supposed to push that out there. I get comments, unbelievable comments like, whoever's the promoter of this event, stop spamming my site, stop doing. I mean, I think to myself, if somebody put up an ad, I don't know, to sell electric bicycles on Hulu, would I complain to Hulu about the ad? Well, probably not. And I'm paying Hulu, right? Facebook's free, right? But you're paying Hulu and they're still putting ads in your thing, right? And so would you complain to Hulu? Probably not. Better yet, would you call the manufacturer of the bicycles to say, I don't appreciate you advertising on Hulu. That's my Hulu that I watch in my living room, and I don't appreciate you coming into my living room. No, that would be crazy. So I'm amazed that that is how that happens in the Facebook world. Now, the stuff that people put on the comments, I mean, I hide them and I block them and whatever, because I don't want my audience to see this crap. Right? It's horrible stuff. But silver lining time. I know the Facebook ads are at least going out to people because I got a percentage of people coming back cruddy, right? Now, on top of coming back cruddy, I'm looking at the stats and I've got people actually, clicking on the Power Sport Roundtable link. I've got people looking at the page. Now, my big question is, if I've got this many angry comments coming in from Facebook people that are ticked off about it, chances are Facebook didn't do a really good job of pinpointing that demographic that I chose, right? They probably got something mixed up there. So I had two different ads running. I took a look at the ad that had just crazy reach, but no engagement. And then I took one that had not so much reach, but a higher level of engagement, right? What's more important, the reach or the engagement? Well, for me, I'm hosting an event on Thursday. So the engagement is the important piece. So I kept the ad with low reach, but high engagement. And I got rid of the ad that has, super high reach, but very little engagement. My assumption there is that however the difference is in those two Facebook ads, whether it's the graphic or the text or the demographic I picked, there's some kind of way that Facebook has taken a look at those two ads and they're going, oh, this one can go out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the world. And this one can go to this specific group. Now I picked the demographics the same. So I got to do some more research and figure out how Facebook really works in that regard. But silver lining to the cloud, right? An opportunity in every obstacle. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that's coming to you with that message, right? So What's the good news? Well, the good news is I spent about $100 on some Facebook ads. I got a few extra people registered for the event. It's a free event. I don't charge for it. But if people can come to the event and they can go, wow, you know, Kurt runs a pretty tight event. Wow, this content's pretty good. Wow, I didn't realize Kurt had his own training program available virtually that the people in my business can take. I didn't realize that for $10,000, I could train people in my business to bring back $500,000, right? That is a heck of a return on investment, right? That's not a 10x, that's a 50x. So I'm pretty excited. I think Thursday is going to be telling, right? We'll see how many people sign into this Zoom call, into this webinar, and post up spam in the comments and stuff like that. I was on a Russell Brunson thing recently, and so many spammers and forex traders and people asking me to buy Bitcoin in there that it almost became a nuisance to be in the thing at all, in the window. And I kept trying to turn off the chat window, but it kept going up on the other side of my screen, right? So that's pluses and minuses. Eventually you get popular enough, or you get widespread enough, or your reach, right? Your outreach is big enough that you get this stuff coming into you. You get trolls coming in on you. And I guess I got to make up my mind on whether I want to do that or not, right? Do I want to grow my business? Yes. So will I have to endure some trolls and some fools? Yeah, probably, right? The good thing is when you're in business for yourself, you can have businesses apply to work with you. You can choose who you choose to do business with, right? And when business is good enough and I get tired of dealing with trolls, I can turn that channel off, right? And I can stay positive. Unfortunately, the people that are the trolls, the people that are the negativity in that conversation, they're the ones that I feel sorry for, because somehow they've allowed themselves to be so negative that they get a rush out of trying to ruin someone else's day. And the truth of it is, it doesn't really matter, does it? Right? Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to do the event on Thursday. I'm still going to do my best to add value to others that come to this event. And I'm going to do my best to try and show my value to dealers that might become customers. Right? Now, on top of all that, and I've already said this before, but I'm going to repeat it because they're wins for me this week. If you take a look at the Nonfiction Authors Association, I got published in there for helping people come up with ideas for nonfiction writing. So I was thrilled to get that exposure. I think that's great. You'll see that link in my social feeds. And then the other thing was Lifter LMS actually profiled Mañana No Mas, which is my company, profiled Mañana No Mas for one of its projects, which is the Challenge Connection. And I'm super, super stoked to get any kind of push on the Challenge Connection. You got guys out there like Pedro Deo and stuff talking about how to use Facebook to generate these online challenges. Well, I hear a car coming. This might be it. Yep. Nope. That's a neighbor. And so you hear Pedro Deo talking about using these Facebook challenges, and the idea that I have a platform where I'm able to say, yeah, use Facebook. Absolutely. Use Facebook to promote your challenge. Fantastic. But take the challenge itself and put it over here in this parking spot, right? Take it away from all of the distractions and from the unorganized thing that is Facebook, right? With the first in, first out file on that feed page, and put it into an organized page where activity 1 is activity 1, activity 2 is activity 2, activity 3 is activity 3. And then all of your users are there. You can have social interactions within that page. You can, there's a social channel that's in the platform that I can activate for different customers that want to have their own challenge connection. And it's just so much fun. I'll be honest with you, I'm taking a look at the pricing structure and some of the options that I made available on this platform. And part of me wonders if I put too much in the soup. You know what I mean? Like, some of the best soups you ever get at an Asian restaurant are super simple, right? A little this, a little that, a little this, a little that, some sprouts, boom, done, right? I wonder, when I built the Challenge Connection, my fear the whole time building it was, am I making it too big? Am I making it too powerful? Am I giving people too many tools to be able to optimize their challenge, right? Because I wanted to make sure people could do sales funnels. I wanted to make sure they could, communicate with people, send mass emails, send SMS messages. I want to make sure they could do all that stuff in the page. So I built it. And then as I look at it, I'm like, people that are running challenges, maybe the attraction to Facebook is because they start a Facebook page and they can fumble their way through a challenge in Facebook, whether they know how to use the tools efficiently or not, but they can kind of fumble their way through a challenge and pull it off. Right. And when they get into the challenge connection, it's like it takes forethought. I mean, you want to know what activity 1 is, what activity 2 is, what activity 3 is. You want to pre-format those. And then I've built a tool where you can do a live Zoom into those pages. And so, you can live Zoom on the moment of your event. And then I opened up comments inside the challenge feed so that people could have their feedback in the moment. And then I also have a way that they can do assignments, or you can do knowledge checks, or you can have another social channel that plugs into that and put people into different groups if you want. There's a lot going on, and it's such a cool platform. And be all end all, I'm thankful that Chris Badgett and Tom and the guys at Lifter LMS were able to share that post and able to help me promote the challenge connection. But it is still very much one of those things where I'm like, do I need to change it? Do I need to make it more simple? Do I need to make it more clear in its messaging? You let me know. If you get a chance, go to challengeconnection.com, take a look at the material that you see in there, and send me a message. Let me know if it's something that resonates with you, that makes sense for you, if you think you understand what the concept is, and if you have any suggestions for how I could help improve the communication or the message in that would be fantastic. And folks, I hear somebody coming. So I'm going to get ready to go sell a motorcycle.